Now, in order to find the difference quotient, that's this term over here, we're going to have to first start with finding out what f of x plus h is, since we already know what f of x is. And all this involves is that since you know that f of x is 3x squared minus 7x plus 19, in order to find f of x plus h, all you're going to do is you're going to take the x that's everywhere in this expression and replace it with an x plus h. So let's do that. So this will be 3 times x plus h in place of x, the whole squared, minus 7 times x plus h plus 19. Now we're going to simplify that expression. So that's 3 times, now x plus h the whole squared is x squared plus 2 times x times h plus h squared, and then minus 7 times x plus h, I'll write that as it is and simplify it in the next step, plus 19. Now we're going to distribute these terms into the brackets inside. So that's going to be 3 times x squared, and then 3 times 2xh is plus 6 times x times h, and 3 times h squared is plus 3h squared. And then we want to distribute the negative 7 to both of these terms inside the bracket. So that's negative 7x, and the negative 7 times positive h is negative 7h plus 19. We can't really simplify any of the terms here, so I'm going to leave that as it is. But now I'm going to write down the difference quotient. That's f of x plus h minus f of x over h. So f of x plus h I just found out is 3x squared plus 6xh plus 3h squared minus 7x minus 7h plus 19. And let's go back and see what f of x was. So f of x is, well, first of all, it's minus. So I put a big minus sign in the front. And then f of x is 3x squared minus 7x plus 19. And then I have this entire expression over h. So let's simplify what we can, but before we do that, I'm going to open all the parentheses. So I have 3x squared plus 6 times x times h plus 3h squared minus 7x minus 7h plus 19. And now what we're going to do is we need to distribute this negative sign to all the terms inside. So what's going to happen is this term becomes negative, the negative will turn positive, and the positive will turn negative. So keeping that in mind, that's going to be negative 3x squared, positive 7x, negative 19, the whole thing over h. Now let's see if we can simplify some terms. You'll see that there's a 3x squared here and there's a negative 3x squared here, so those cancel. There's a positive 19 and negative 19, so those cancel. And there's a negative 7x, positive 7x, so those also cancel. Now this is great because we just left with 6 times x times h plus 3 times h squared minus 7h over h. Now since all the terms in the numerator have an h in common, you'll see that there's an h here, there's an h here, and there's an h here. I can factor it out of all the 3 terms. So I have h, and then in brackets I have 6x, plus once I factor out an h from 3h squared, I'm left with just 3h. And then if I factor out the h from negative 7h, I just have negative 7 over h. And now you can cancel this h from the numerator and denominator. So you're left with just the answer, that's 6x plus 3h minus 7. This is the difference quotient that you're looking for.